Have you ever really stopped to think about what your money is doing all day? Just sitting there in your bank account? You probably think it's just resting, right? Safe and sound. Well, the truth is, your money is working way harder than you are. It's just not working for you. Let's pull back the curtain on the bank's big secret.
Yep, that's right. Your money is a full-time employee. And the real kicker, you're not the one collecting its paycheck. The bank is. So while you think you've made a super smart, safe decision, you've actually just handed the bank its most valuable resource on a silver platter. And this, right here, is the heart of the problem. You see, you put your money in, and the bank might give you a tiny little slice of interest, maybe 3, maybe 4% if you're lucky. But then they immediately turn around and loan out that exact same money to someone else for 12, 15, sometimes even 21%. It's like you're letting the bank win a race using your car, and all you get is a thank you note.
So let's really dig into this secret job your money's been working. You know, everyone tells you to play it safe with your cash, but we're about to find out why that might just be the riskiest thing you can do. Think about it. The bank's entire business is built on charging interest, and your savings, that's the raw material they use. You're providing the fuel, but they're the ones driving the sports car. And on top of all that, there's this other invisible force that's quietly working against you day in and day out.
And that force is inflation. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a silent thief. It sneaks in and just shaves a little bit off your money's value every single day. So that $100 in your account might still say $100 next year, but what it can actually buy will be less. It's a constant, quiet theft of your real wealth. Which brings us to what everyone thinks is the safe option, the fixed deposit, or FD. You hear people say it all the time, right? Oh, I'm playing it safe, I've got my money in an FD. But the reality, at its absolute best, an FD is just treading water against inflation. Most of the time, it's actually sinking, slowly but surely.
So let's just call it what it is. Your money isn't just resting in a fixed deposit, it's practically on life support in the ICU. It isn't growing, it isn't thriving. Now, look, an FD is totally fine for an emergency fund, you need that. But as a strategy to build wealth, it's a complete dead end.
All right, so if parking your money in the bank is a losing game, then what's the answer? Well, this brings us to our very first asset class, and it's a classic. Old school wealth in the form of precious metals. We're talking about gold and silver here, assets that have been the ultimate symbol of wealth for, literally centuries. These things don't care about bank failures or what the government is doing. When paper money starts to look shaky, gold just kind of steps in and says, "Don't worry, I got this."
I absolutely love this analogy because it's so true. It just perfectly captures what gold is all about. It's dependable, it's loyal. When everything else is going crazy and currencies are dropping, gold is that steady hand quietly holding its value. It's the one asset that really has your back when times get tough.
Okay, so now that we have that stable foundation, let's move on to our second asset class. This one is all about new age wealth. We're talking about machines. Now, instead of just storing value, this is about putting actual money-making employees on your payroll. Seriously, just imagine owning an asset that works for you 24/7, never asks for a holiday, never gets sick, and definitely never goes on strike. We're talking about things like vending machines or maybe a vehicle you can rent out, things that generate passive income for you while you're literally sleeping.
And this is where it gets real. Check this out. A single vending machine, which you can set up for a pretty reasonable investment, can bring in 4,000 to 5,000 rupees every single month, passively. Now just ask yourself, can your bank's fixed deposit do that? I think we both know the answer.
And this table just makes the difference so clear, it's almost funny. On one side, you've got your money in the ICU. It's stagnant, it's barely alive. On the other side, you've got your money at work, an active employee generating real monthly income for you. The purpose is totally different, and, well, so are the results.
Okay, time to level up. Let's get into our third asset, which is all about adopting a true millionaire mindset. Because it's not just about what you own, it's about who you can leverage. You see, truly smart people know they don't have to be the expert in everything. No way. Instead, they use their capital to hire people who are experts. They build teams, they build systems that work for them, because they understand that real success comes from putting together a great team.
And this isn't some abstract idea, it's a repeatable process. Look, it starts with your capital. Then you find someone who knows a business inside and out, let's say a delivery service. You partner with them, you fund the operation with your capital, and just like that, you become the boss. You're no longer working in the business, you're building a system that generates money for you.
Now, for our fourth and final asset, and honestly, this one might be the most powerful of all. because it's something every single one of us already has. I'm talking about your own knowledge. Whatever you're good at, whatever skills and expertise you have, that can be turned into a digital asset. Think of it like a store that's open 24/7, selling to the entire world, even when you're on vacation.
And there are so many ways you can do this. You could create an online course, you could write an ebook, host paid webinars, or build a whole YouTube channel around what you know. The beautiful part is, you create it once, and it can just keep generating income for you, whether it's a holiday, a weekend, or 3 in the morning.
This right here, this is the key difference. A traditional education, that prepares you for a job. But learning how to package and sell your unique knowledge, that's how you build an empire. You stop trading your time for a paycheck and start building an asset that works for you forever.
So, wow, we've covered 4 incredibly powerful ways to put your money to work for you. Now it's time to bring it all together and make a final decision. Just remember this, a bank is a tool. It's a place to store money, and that's a necessity, but it is not a strategy for growing your wealth. Relying only on a bank for your financial future is like trying to use a newspaper to stay dry in a hurricane. You're just gonna get soaked.
The real insurance policy in today's world is diversification. This is the new formula for financial safety and success. It's all about spreading your money across different kinds of working assets, the stability of metals, the income from equipment, the leverage of smart partnerships, and the power of your own digital knowledge. So in the end, it all boils down to this one question. Is your money alive, actively working for you, growing and building your future? Or is it just sitting there, slowly losing its life force in the bank's grave? The choice is yours.